This is restricted information at the highest levels. Let's show asset one and see what the cover sheet looks like under this administration. So you see secret SCI, that's here, contains sensitive, compartmentalized information. And guess what? Leaked by the Harris admin. This is restricted data, information that no one is supposed to see. Let's run the second clip there, and we'll show you what was released and how it was released. Documents of the NGIA, which if you're not familiar with this organization, this is your satellite mapping. This is everything that has to do with pictures of the globe and movements, real-time, part-time, older documented photos of certain areas, and the NSA. And we all know what they do. The NSA captures every piece of data transmitted over any type of communication device. And they do it all the time. It's constant. You'll never end it. So this information was restricted to Five Eyes. And if you look down there on the bottom, it's United States, Great Britain, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. That's our coalition of trusted people. Now, a lot of times we'll have information that is secret to us only, and we don't share it. But this is something that we wanted everyone to know, because we know Israel plans on a counterstrike for the 200 or so rockets that was sent into Israel by Iran, from Iran. And Israel is not playing around. They've killed most of the leadership. They've killed most of the soldiers. But again, I don't want to go into conspiracies. I don't do conspiracies, but I'm going to go into a little bit of analysis that may sound like a conspiracy. So we had Biden and Harris campaigning and talking, and they made it clear that they told Netanyahu, by the way, is a wartime commander-in-chief of his military in his country that's under attack. And we had our Democrat leadership. Now, take away the personalities and only think about policy here. That's going to be my reminder of the whole show. You have our elected leadership in the United States telling a commander-in-chief, president of a nation under attack and at war, how to conduct that war. Do we have that authority, constitutional ability? Is this even a thing? Is this almost like a unratified treaty doctrine that we are putting out without the consent of Congress? Who knows? But whatever the reason, the Biden-Harris administration with this idiot Blinken think that it's a good idea to not attack nuclear facilities, fuel facilities, weapons, these things. These are the exact things we want to attack. We want to limit Iran's capability to conduct war. That's attacking them financially, strategically, attacking their resources and infrastructure. And that would be their nuclear. That would be their power generation. That would be everything economically, and would be taking out their leadership. So these are the things that we know as military people that we want to do in a war to end the war sooner. And we want to remove the capability of the enemy to fight. And if they continue to fight with lesser capabilities, then we will win by attrition. We don't want to annihilate a quote people, but we want to annihilate their ability to make war. So Netanyahu's doing a brilliant job. His guys are taking it to him every day, but we have this information sharing. And that information, as you saw in the first clip, was leaked to the media by an unknown source. So we all have our idea who the source is, but the reason is why, because things do leak inadvertently, and I'll cover that. I'm going to skip around here a little bit. It's going to seem discombobulated, but it's really not. I'm going to take you back to the 90s and then back to today. But things do get misplaced, leaked, inadvertently put out. But something like this, that is that secret, Five Eyes only, you kind of expect someone in the Five Eyes is going to leak it. You never expect it's going to be us. Britain, it happens a lot. Australia, not so much. They're pretty good. But when you share information like this, at some point somebody has a beef with somebody else or an axe to grind, and it's going to come out. But in this case, the United States is where I'm going to take you back to the 90s under Obama, policies in the 2000s, some of the Clinton stuff. But this kind of thing goes back to John Deutsch, former director of the CIA. And this guy, I'm not saying he's bad. He's done everything. MIT professor. I believe he is a chemist, a scientist, co-chaired the Counterterrorism Center study group with CIA members. He's done a lot for this country. But we had some whistleblowing activity going on in the early part of the Obama administration, and it didn't look good for the United States. What we were doing was actually illegal, and of course we do a lot of this a lot of times in foreign countries, so that makes it legal because you can't prosecute here. But nevertheless, we're trying to do the right thing, and by doing the right thing and killing bad guys, sometimes you do bad things to kill bad people. So the Obama administration came up with this grand plan with Blinken, who wasn't even a part of anything at the time. He was still at a think tank. But I know it sounds weird, but just hear me out on this. So we're not going to prosecute whistleblowers. We are going to add additional whistleblower protection. And I thought at the time, that sounds really good, but we had a lot of whistleblowers and things going on. But what Obama did was contrary to what everyone recommended. His own senior staff, the CIA, Gates, all of them said, we can't do it like this because this will protect spies. And sure enough, that's what's bringing back to today. That's what's being used to protect these spies. Is this additional whistleblower secret protections. So let's show you the third clip here. Now, this woman here is a special person. And you see right on the bottom, special. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, special operations and international conflicts is her specialty. She's an Iranian-born citizen that is now an American, quote, now an American, but she's been investigated several times for leaking information. She has been accused of being a spy for Iran. And what happened to her? The investigation never concluded. Her security clearance was never revoked, and she was given a promotion to work directly for Lloyd Austin. Now, this is who a lot of folks suspect, and I suspect is probably the leaker, because the Iranian government insiders told our government insiders a long while ago that she's probably a dual agent. And she was investigated. Her clearance was suspended for a very short period of time, but whistleblower, extra special, super secret protections kick in. And guess what? She's good. And we offended her. So we're going to give her a promotion and give her access to more classified data, give her access to Lloyd Austin, the Secretary of Defense right now. And we're going to put her right up there to where she can actually control things from her position based on her knowledge, her contacts, her reach back to Iran. This is ridiculous that our country would do this. And you think, well, that's the anomaly. She's the only one that probably happened to. No, let's show you the next clip. This stuff started here. A lot of this started with this guy here. Now, Robert Malley, this guy's been around DC for a long time. Think tanks, Global Crisis Center CEO, Obama administration, Biden administration. Now, read the caption very closely. His security clearance was suspended. He was relieved without pay during the investigation. So what did he do for us? This is the principal architect and negotiator of the Iran deal. This guy has every single Iranian person in our government under his thumb. This is the guy that hired her and pushed her forward into the administration and helped use the special whistleblower protections through Anthony Blinken and the State Department. So you got these three numbnuts, two of which are probably spies, and Blinken, who's just brain damaged. Yes, I said that. He is brain damaged. Every policy decision that Anthony Blinken has made has been wrong. You can video it right here. You can see it. You can call him on the phone, and we can debate it all day long. And I would love to have that debate with him because he has not made one correct decision. And guess Malley and Blinken are good buddies. So we have known or suspected spies in the top branches of government. Let that sink in. I'm letting it sink in with you. We have top spies in the top branches in the senior positions of our federal government.